A type specialization structure is another structure in LabVIEW that's kind of unique. So it's found right here, and draw this out. And if we go to help, it'll say the description. But basically what it does is there's two states, it's accept and ignored. So it'll only compile a state that is accepted, and only one of these states at a time can be accepted or ignored. Okay, I have a little example here. And all we really have is our accept state and our ignored state. And we can add more cases if we need to, just by right-clicking and add more sub-diagrams. What this would be doing is, when I run and compile this code and I execute it, LabVIEW will only compile this, and it'll completely ignore this. Whereas in like a traditional case structure, it'll still compile both sides. Even in a disable diagram, there's still some code that's compiled on the disable state. Whereas in this, for instance, imagine this just completely goes away, this structure, and only we're left with this in the code once it's executed. One thing this does really good is it'll catch syntax errors. So this particular case is acceptable right now. Our addition note here, if we look up at the help, the X and the Y, these are bold. These are required, these two inputs. We don't even need an output, but we need two inputs. And if we don't, watch what happens. So if I delete this, now it says declined. So it knows that there's an error in this case, but notice we can still run the program. Normally, without the structure, this error would be broken. But in this case, it allows us to run in this state because LabVIEW knows that when it compiles, this state will be completely ignored. It'll be completely declined. It's saying there's no way we're going to enter this state. We're only going to come to now this state because this is the acceptable state. So if we had a bunch of states, it says right here it'll only accept the first one. So exactly one will be accepted. So if we had multiple states though, and they all had errors like this, it would only accept the last subdiagram. This type specialization structure does have its pros. I personally have never used this before. Never ran into an issue where we'd have syntax errors like this. So personally, I've never really ever ran across them and never really used them, but I just want to throw the information out there because in some cases this might be the structure you're looking for in LabVIEW. So hope this is helpful and stay tuned for more.